Welcome to the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment 2017 NFL mock draft for the San Francisco 49ers. They have a bunch of draft picks. We're going to talk about them. Mock draft on your screen in 3, 2, 1. So there you go. That was the 2017 NFL mock draft for the San Francisco 49ers. Bunch of picks here, almost like 10 picks. So a lot to talk about it. Let's go ahead and get started. Round 1, pick number 2. A lot of options here for the San Francisco 49ers, as there isn't, or at least it appears as if there's not a clear-cut number 2 prospect in this draft. Now, to me, it is Solomon Thomas. And as a result of that, I'm going to kind of project my own opinion onto this football team and slot Solomon Thomas to the 49ers. But they could go in a bunch of different directions. They could take a safety in Malik Hooker or Jamal Adams. Which one is more likely to me? I would say, from what I'm hearing, Jamal Adams is higher on a lot of people's boards than Malik Hooker, but Hooker's the bigger need, as the 49ers are currently looking for a center field, free safety type guy that can range over the entire defense and pick a lot of balls off for their football team. So it's tough. They could go Solomon Thomas, they could go Jonathan Allen here, although I would not love that and I would not advise that because I think he and DeForest Buckner would kind of conflict on that defensive line, but they could go that direction. They could go one of those safeties. It's really hard right now to say. Or they could go quarterback. I doubt the quarterback. I haven't heard them being in love with the quarterback. And since they know they're on top of round 2, I think they're going to hold off on a quarterback. Or maybe just hold off altogether in this entire draft and wait for Kirk Cousins in 2018 and see how that situation develops. So I have them taking Solomon Thomas. And the interesting discussion is, what kind of role will he have in this defense? To me, you can play him outside. You can. I think this guy can play outside. He has the damn explosiveness. He has the damn speed. He has the damn strength to play outside. He has the damn strength to play inside. Okay, so to me, I don't care where you play him, and then he's going to do well. That's the conversation to me that has to be had within this 49er organization. We'll see what they do. But the fact that they've moved to this 4-3 defense, I think it makes him even a better fit for the 49ers. We move on to the second round. Now I have them taking a quarterback, and this might be something that I regret, but I have them taking DeShone Kizer out of Notre Dame. And let me tell you about DeShone Kizer. He's my number 1 quarterback right now. He's tied with the same grade as Mitch Trubisky, but I like Kizer's long-term potential a little bit more than Trubisky's. I think he'd be a great fit for the 49ers, and from what I've read, they've really been enamored, the 49ers have, with his interviews and with his pre-draft process. So I like that fit. I think it'd be a good fit with Kyle Shanahan as well. My problem here is, as a potential pairing, Kizer's going to have to play around year 1 with the 49ers because Brian Hoyer, or who was the other former Chicago Bear that they signed? I want to say, I can't remember who it was. They got Matt Barkley? Did they get Matt Barkley? I think so. So one of those guys is going to start, let's say, week 1. They're going to stink after like 5 weeks. Then you're going to have to play Kizer because everyone's going to be clamoring for Kizer, putting Kizer, and I fear that Kizer will struggle early. I think he needs a year on the bench, and then after that he will be good. So we'll see how that develops if this is what happens, but because I'm reading that the 49ers are so enamored with Kizer, I think this is a great pairing, and I'm sticking with this pairing. We move on to the third round, cornerback Cordrea Tankersley, and it's tough, because I waited until round 3 to fill this cornerback need. And they could take a cornerback in round 1. I forgot to mention that. How about Marshawn Lattimore, the cornerback out of Ohio State? He could go to the 49ers in round 1. And especially now that Tremaine Brock, what happened with Tremaine Brock? As he is released, I want to say this weekend because of a domestic violence issue, whatever. Now he's gone. He was your best cornerback. He wasn't great, but he was your best. Now you're talking about starting with Shard Robinson or some other guys, Keith Reeser, whatever these guys' name is. Their cornerbacks stink right now, the 49ers. So it's a tough decision, and I had to hold off until round 3. Perhaps they don't do that. Perhaps they take one in round 2, and then see if they can take a quarterback at the top of round 3. We'll see, but I have them taking Cordrea Tankersley out of Clemson. I did not mean to rhyme there, but hey, I'm Jay-Z. So we move on. Round 4. Offensive tackle Chad Wheeler out of USC. And offensive tackle, I think it's a need. You're currently starting Trent Brown at right tackle. Anthony Davis can't decide whether or not he wants to play or not. He retires, he comes back, he retires, he comes back. He's Brett Favre, but 10 years younger. I mean, my goodness. So forget Anthony Davis. Leave him alone. Trent Brown, to me, isn't very good. You need to upgrade your right tackle position, and you could do so with Chad Wheeler out of USC, who could also play guard at the next level. We move on to the 4th round, your second 4th round pick, outside linebacker Elijah Lee out of Kansas State. He's a guy that could play inside or outside for you, and at the defensive end position, or at a strong side linebacker position, or even at a weak side linebacker position. He has a lot of versatility, I would say. I would look to play him possibly at weak side linebacker. Again, you're moving to this 4-3 defense, and you're currently scheduled to start, I don't even know who at weak side linebacker, so I think he could be a good fit there. Maybe cut down 5 to 10 pounds, and he has good athleticism on his build, on his mold, so I look at that potential there, and I like that. So I slotted him to the 49ers in round 4. In round 5, a couple of picks there in round 5. Start with the first one, free safety / strong safety, Eddie Jackson out of Alabama. So you finally upgrade the safety position here, and it was, again, tough for me to wait until round 5 to finally do it, but that's just the way things kind of shaked out. So you look at Eddie Jackson. I like him as a free safety. I mean, I know he's a guy that you want to be in the box, a guy that can tackle well, a guy that can play a little slot corner. I understand that, but I think a free safety, he also has nice potential there, a nice value there, so I like him there as a fit for the 49ers. And the thing that sucks about this draft, and pretty much any draft really, there's not many free safeties. There's never any free safeties. There's always like one per round if you're lucky. So this is the guy that was available in round 5. I had to slot him to the 49ers. We look at round 5, the second pick of round 5, wide receiver Artavis Scott out of Clemson. You currently have Pierre Garçon as your number 1 wide receiver. Is he one? No, but that's just the situation. He's not going to be supplanted for that position. As your number 2 wide receiver, currently, Jeremy Curley, maybe? Not great. Maybe he even left. I'm not even sure. So you don't love your wide receiver position right now, despite signing Pierre Garçon. We can upgrade that. Let's take wide receiver Artavis Scott, who I actually like at the next level. I know a lot of people don't, but I think he has a lot of value at the next level in the NFL. We move on to running back Aaron Jones, who I have you guys taking in the 6th round, 198th pick overall, out of Texas, El Paso. The 49ers, I want to say, worked him out and visited with him, so I like this as a potential pairing. And your running back position could use some more oomph to it. Did you guys sign Tim Hightower this weekend? I think you did, but he is not great. Go ahead and seek to upgrade the backups behind Carlos Hyde, and you do so with Aaron Jones. The next 6th round pick, cornerback Brandon Wilson out of Houston. Again, you need more corners. You need to double dip at corner to me, maybe even earlier than this. Take one maybe in the 2nd round, and then take one in the 4th, take one in the 3rd, then take one in the 5th. I'm not really sure, but you need to take 2 corners in this draft to help your cornerback situation, which is really dire right now. And then the 7th round, I have the 49ers taking tight end Darrell Daniels out of Washington. Right now, Vance McDonald is your current starting tight end, and you just can't seek to upgrade every position in one off season, right? You just can't do it. But he's not great, and eventually he's going to need to be replaced. I mean, this guy's he's not great. For right now, you can take a Darrell Daniels, who could be a nice backup tight end, and then in the future, you upgrade Vance McDonald, you get him out of here, because I think he's kind of a clown, and then you get a real tight end in, and then Darrell Daniels could be a nice complement to that tight end. But you just can't upgrade everything in one off season. But with that said, the 49ers, I mean, you look at their roster, it's pretty bad, but there's no reason why they should go 2-14 again. Right? I mean, this should be a 5-6 win team next year, depending on who the hell the quarterback is. We don't know who it's going to be. If it's Brian Hoyer, sure, he can get you 6 wins. Now, he's going to have some ugly games. I mean, he's going to have some games where he throws 4 or 5 interceptions. He'll also have some other games where he plays pretty well and a pretty good game manager for you. And if Carlos Hyde runs for 100 yards, you can win a game or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So we'll look out for the 49ers this season for that. And we'll see if you guys can avoid being the worst team in the division. As I'm not a big fan of the LA Rams, I think it's very possible. And Kyle Shanahan, he's going to bring a nice offense to this team, but who's going to be the quarterback? Who's going to be the guy for this team? Right now, I'm saying DeShone Kizer. Let's see what they say in about 2 weeks. So there you go. That is my 2017 NFL mock draft for the San Francisco 49ers. What are your thoughts on this mock draft? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. And I'm out. Peace.